This is Plastic Adventures.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Plastic Adventure Show. I'm Doug. This is Steve, and we are here to get you your toy fix for the week or the month. Whenever we decide to post this video.
Yeah. Guess who's back? Back again. You don't know where and you don't know when. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's exactly it. That is exactly it. But hey, we are here with you right now, and we are ready to do some plastic bits sharing, like we always start off with, right?
Yeah. Hey, and sometimes it rains and pours and sometimes it's a drought, but the long absence has given us some time to maybe pick a few cool things up and share. So,
I think so. I think we got some pretty cool things.
yeah, you wanna kick this thing off there, boss?
Yeah, I do. I'll kick it off with something that I think is really cool. I know a couple of people have discovered these over the last couple months, but I was finally able to get some because they showed up locally. But I don't know how to say that. Are they blockies? Are they blokies? Are
I think it's
they?
just blockies. Yeah.
So I picked up a couple. So these things, I found them at Ace Hardware on George Washington Way of all places. Yeah,
What?
yeah. I've never seen them in stores, and so there was a whole big display of them, and they were on sale for $7.
Oh, dang, that's cheap, dude.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I think I can jump in the middle of this one and see what they're like. These things are
Yeah,
actually pretty cool.
I've been seeing them at Toy Roundup. They're in Mukilteo. They've got a bunch of them, and they're really neat in person. They really, I want to say they're like 10 or 11 bucks, but they're really robust and
Well,
detailed for a $7 model kit.
and that's exactly what they are. They're a model kit, but they're when you put it together, they're like super highly articulated.
Yeah,
Like their feet are all articulated, all their joints, their waist, I mean everything. And also they look pretty darn good.
they do. Yeah, I wish they were just slightly less cartoonish in proportions, and I might buy onto it, but by and large, they're actually really cool. Are they random?
They are mystery boxes, yeah.
Yeah.
So they come in these mystery boxes. You don't know what's in them, other than it shows what the wave is. So, but I think it's kind of fun. I was like, I didn't know how much they were, but when I saw the price was $7, I was like, you know what? I can take a shot. I can take a gamble and see if they were any good. And actually, they were pretty good. I went back and bought two more, so then I got a three altogether.
Yeah, so it looks like you might have gotten the Chase Optimus Prime out of there, the shattered glass.
Oh no! Well, here's the story. So this is Ironhide,
Uh-huh.
and this is the IDW, which is not the Chase. Um, for this one, no. So Jeff, my son, he also bought some Lincoln, and Jeff Lincoln, whatever his name is these days. But he actually did get the Chase Optimus Prime, which is 1 out of 36.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this one is like one. What does it say? These are 1 out of 9. 1 out of 9. These are the standard ones.
Okay. Yeah, usually a company would repaint Optimus Prime to be reuse the mold as much as you can to make it into a Chase something or other. But
Well, so there's a regular Prime that's 1 out of 12. And then there's the Chase Optimus Prime, which is 1 out of 36, and he comes with an axe, like the orange axe,
oh,
and he
cool.
has
Okay.
the cartoon, more of the original cartoon colors.
Oh, that's really cool, dude. They don't just like slap a new coat of paint on it or make it shiny or something. He actually has like some accessory that
Yeah,
that like it's an individual figure in and of itself. That's neat.
it is pretty
Um,
cool.
yeah, I liked him. I just, as somebody who's a little bit shallow on shelf space at the moment, it's just one less thing that I should be picking up.
Yeah, but I felt like, for the price that I was paying, it was worth a shot to give it a chance. And I actually thought they were pretty cool.
Sure. Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
definitely. Okay. Well,
All right, over to you.
yeah, I'll show you a couple of things. One of them is kind of ironic because we've been talking about it a little bit, but like I think in the last episode that we did,
Hmm.
maybe under WTF toys or something, I think that we brought it up. But my Goodwills are still good to me from time to time. I go in and I score something neat at Goodwill.
Yeah.
So I bought a bag, and there's two things that I have to share, and they were both in the same bag, and I think I paid like $6.99 for the bag. I got one of these.
Oh, those are the like Z-bots or something I wrote.
Yeah,
Zybots?
Z-bots, Zybots. I don't know 100%, but it is
He looks
die
pretty
cast.
good too.
Yeah, his chest is die cast. Um, the arms, as I remembered these toys when I was a kid, they looked like they just did this, right?
Right.
And nothing else. Like you couldn't move their arms forward, but they actually do articulate.
Oh,
Now here's the weird thing. Like,
they have a like an inward joint.
yeah, they're supposed to flip in like this. If you look at the fist,
Right.
that's the way that the fingers go and that it makes sense. I was thinking that should go the other way, and put the wheels on the
On the
outside and have
outside.
on the inside, but nope, that's your Zybot right there.
Hey,
Um,
right on. Still pretty good though.
yeah, yeah, and it turns into some strange vehicle. It's not just a regular truck or anything, but and I'd always kind of how we remember things incorrectly.
Yes.
I always thought these guys, there are some that are the size of GoBots, but he's actually, probably twice the size of a regular GoBot. So
I
that was
remember
cool.
getting those.
Yeah, yeah. It, I don't know. I mean, I guess he could play with Transformers if you had them. But speaking of Transformers, this was in the same bag as that.
Oh, Warpath.
Yeah, I don't usually hunt these guys down on purpose, but I've just kind of had this knack lately of running into the mini bots, and he's
Hmm.
in super duper good shape. He's got all the stickers and everything still. So for $6.99, I threw away the crap that was in there, because I always put it with like a McDonald's toy or whatever.
Oh, wonderful.
So yeah, yeah, happy to get the little guy. I've got quite the collection of mini bots now that have just sort of randomly happened my way.
Organically. Hey, that's the best kind.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my least exciting stuff to show. Do you have one you want to
Yeah,
pivot to?
I want to move over into some more exciting stuff. Okay, so McFarlane.
Uh-huh.
McFarlane killing it. Like I said, in our messages back and forth, I said I think McFarlane is probably the one toy line that rivals Classified for me in detail and the kind of figures that they are. I mean, they're not to scale exactly to scale to each other, but they do look really really good next to each other. And McFarlane's are highly detailed. So I picked up two of them, and I got the Christian Bale Batman.
Ah, yeah. I've seen this one and I kind of took a pass on it in the store a couple of times, but it's really, really, really good.
I actually really do like this figure. He's got a wired cape, nice heavy cloth, looks really good on him. You can bring it around his shoulders a little bit, not quite as much as I want, but enough that it actually looks pretty good. But yeah, the detail on him, he's got that flat black.
Yeah. Yeah, they did kind of a combination of glossy and flat, which was really nice. The movie suit itself was much the same way.
Hmm.
It makes better sense if you're Batman and you want to be in the dark to be in a matte black
Instead of
suit.
being shiny.
Uh, yeah, for me, I guess it's not my favorite design of the bat suit, but I passed on the Batfleck from McFarlane also because as much as I love Dark Knight Returns, his Dark Knight Returns Batman is way better than Batfleck as Dark Knight Returns Batman. But 100% correct about McFarlane. It's all McFarlane, Masterverse, and Classified. Like those three lines
Yeah.
just kill. And people
And
are,
and unfortunately in our news segment, we'll have something to cover on that. Um
yeah, yeah.
but the other one I got was
Ah, so satisfying.
guess
So
guess where this guy
satisfying.
was?
Uh,
This was Walmart on the shelf.
right, yes. They've been popping up at Targets because Target was supposed to be first to market. And for
I
you to find that at Walmart, you found it at the special Walmart.
found it at this where we've had other surprises.
Yeah, that like for the most part they kind of suck most of the time, but then like
Hmm.
for whatever reason something slips through the gates like that classified Baroness, the retro
Oh,
Baroness
that we
that
got
we
like
found there.
what, like 7 months before she was even supposed to be out on the street. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's great, man. I'm super happy for you. I obviously got that Batman too in between our things, and he's posed almost exactly the same way with the flight stand that you're doing.
Yeah. So I overall I actually really do like this character or this figure a lot. Now I will have to say that there is a downside to him. And the downside is when you don't have him in this pose, his cape is very awkward.
Hmm.
It's very awkward. The cape feels like paper satin almost, and it's it doesn't fold very well. So when it's around his shoulders, it like or draping down, it goes out. It goes out really, really far, and it
Oh,
doesn't look like you
yeah,
want it to hang, right?
they probably did that knowing that everybody wanted to do that like arms
Well, yeah, I
out
mean,
bat
and that's why
pose.
they gave us the posts to put in there. I mean, they knew that that was what's going to happen, but people are also going to want to take a picture of him without those. And when you have that awkward looking cape kind of in the back, I don't know, it doesn't turn off the figure for me because the figure is actually really really good. It's just that if there was a gripe for anything on it, it would be that the cape is not good without the posts.
Yeah, and he came with some cool little accessories and stuff too.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
he got
but
his little bat grapple gun.
yeah,
Really kind of a thick kind of batarang.
I don't remember if it folds or not. Um,
It doesn't. But then he also
oh,
came with
okay.
these, and I don't remember seeing these in the movie.
Oh, I'm sure it's probably some sort of prop that they had for the movie, and then just who
Yeah.
knows? At some point, maybe he throws something and it's supposed to be one of those, but you never see it. Um, one thing I do really like about this version, because I bought the Batmobile version,
Hmm.
where you had to buy the Batmobile and it came with Batman. This one actually has the yellow insignia and
Hmm.
the gold belt. So the one that came with the Batmobile, it's gold and gold.
Oh.
And I want to say it was the same thing for the one that came in like that ill-fated 5 pack or
Oh,
six
the five
pack of
pack.
Batman figures that were like super not easy to get, and I didn't get them. Uh, so yeah, I am so ecstatic that we
Hmm.
managed to like actually get this figure that it's just terrific.
It is.
Now I was going to get rid of mine that came with the Batmobile and Batman together when I got this one because I got nowhere to show the Batmobile. It's really big and it's
Right.
super cool. But then I kind of got an idea, and we're gonna do a little redundancy here, and I'm gonna show you a McFarlane Batman as well. But we'll see if you can spot the difference that would only make a difference to a super nerd.
His eyes.
The whole head.
The whole yeah.
This
Oh,
is
it's not a turning head.
it is not. No,
It,
what this is I had a NECA movie Batman, and it was one of these ones that you can still get from eBay. And it's one of the ones that was like a factory second or it
mhm.
fell off the truck. It was the free giveaway that came with the DVD. So I managed to retrofit my Batman,
Mhm.
took the McFarlane head off, and now there's a solid piece with no neck joint for the head there.
Right on. That does look more 89 Batman.
Yeah, it was just a little thing. So rather than like get rid of rather than get rid of this cool, other 89 Batman I had,
Mhm.
I swapped out those heads. It took a little ingenuity, but for me, it was a big deal for I guess movie accuracy
Yeah.
because
No, I get it.
it sits on a shelf next to two different Chris Reeves Supermans because McFarlane's also wasn't good enough. I had to like do one for myself, so it's just really cool to do that. So I'm apologize for the redundancy, but I had to show it because I was like really excited about the no neck joint.
The no neck joint, yeah. I mean, the fact that he has a neck joint is it doesn't bother me so much. I think they probably could have gone with no neck joint and everybody would have been really happy. But
Uh,
I think the way it is fine too. I mean, he can turn his head, which is
Oh
not at
yes,
all what he could do in the movie, but
and it's so much better than anything we've ever gotten in that scale. Like that NECA one is a 6-inch scale, and the figure's a disaster. You know,
yeah.
it's not meant to be moved around, and they've got stuff that's like glued onto it, and the glue comes loose. And
Mm.
I mean, it was good for when I needed a movie Keaton movie Batman, but the joint, like everything's super loose. The hip joints don't want to stay tucked in, so
Right.
if you're gonna pick one, dude, get the McFarlane Batman. It's like hands down
Absolutely.
better.
All right. You got any more? I've got some. I
I
got one
do.
other thing.
This is a Doug Getz.
Oh, we were just talking about Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, yeah. This is courtesy of uh Toy Roundup in Mukilteo. So
Oh, he
yeah,
looks great. I can't wait to get him.
yeah. Everybody's seen these by now, but I was happy to find it for you and pick that up because uh
Right on.
I guess I've seen him in Walmart a couple of times, but it's like Walmart's only getting one or two cases.
I
So
have not seen him. I found that stupid Batman that I wasn't supposed to find, but man, can't find a Christopher Reeve to save my life.
yeah, well, I got you square. There's a really cool DC digital Superman that's been hitting Walmarts that I guess I gotta buy another. He's in like the Chris Reeve Superman suit, but it's a classic Superman head.
Oh.
It looks so freaking good, but
I've
I gotta stop buying goddamn Superman figures.
been buying a lot more superheroes than I have, say, like the last couple years. I've bought some mostly Batman, but I bought way more this last year, I think, than I bought any other time.
Well, yeah, and I have like movie Keaton Batman. I've got Keaton from Flash movie Batman. I
Hmm.
got Battinson. I've got this other Batman. Like McFarlane's just too good.
Yeah, I've got six McFarlane Batman now. And
uh,
I'm looking at it going, why do I want this? Damn it, I do want this. All
okay, what's next? What else you
right,
got
so this
there?
next one is really cool. Um, from the local friend who we have yet to name publicly, um, has once again hooked me up with something super cool.
Oh yeah, that is a
Look,
sexy piece of plastic right there.
look at that guy.
Man, oh man.
All right, so it's really, really good. The only thing I'm missing is the driver's side window. It's that little sliver of glass that goes right here. And of course, the one thing that's always missing is the little circle lens that goes in the searchlight. But everything else is there and gorgeous. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, those machine guns that are on the back there,
Hmm.
they never like that is so fragile. They just never stay on those things.
Yeah, and they're still, I mean, they're really loose. So like you sneeze wrong and they go away. So
That is
what?
too
It's
freaking
beautiful. And
cool,
look,
dude.
look,
One of
look
the
at look.
iconic Cobra vehicles. I love it. Oh yeah, yeah, that. Yes.
That works. And then these, I think there might be something slightly off on the track on the bottom. So I gotta fix that.
Yeah, what exactly are those for?
But so this is part of the hydrofoil. So like when it's really, really going, these would kick in under the water and cause it to kind of raise up a little bit so there's less surface tension friction and just
Yeah, got it, got it, got it. Okay, yeah, yeah, okay.
in theory.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. But okay. Early Joe vehicles like that, like early to mid Joe, they
Mhm.
were still that thoughtful.
Oh yeah,
It wasn't just like shaped like a jet or shaped like a four-wheeled vehicle. Super thoughtful. Like they approached from like this model maker's perspective rather
they
than
did.
rather than
They
the,
really did.
like kids' toy. So
Well, and
I
there's
love
just so
classic
much
Joe.
detail in them. I mean, like if you were to put this together as a modeler, all of these pieces would be separate and broken off of the sprues, right? So I mean, like the engines all have separate pieces, engine covers, the depth charges.
Oh man, that is so freaking cool.
I mean, everything, and all of them are like this. The whale, the the Mobat. I mean, any vehicle that you can think of is in highly detailed, and I don't think they even do those things. I mean, not at least not today. I've not seen anything on the shelf that can rival a GI Joe vehicle.
No, it's because all that stuff costs money.
Yeah,
You know, the tooling to get that done. And everything now is about like maximizing the value and uh even if you got to pull the stuff off of sprues yourself to put it on, I mean, it just you don't really you just don't see it anymore.
no,
It's just
not
plus
anywhere
the
near that kind of detail, right?
no. No, I mean
Or
most of the time the stuff's just already put together for you and there's like two things to snap onto it and you're good to
yeah,
go.
I mean, you're lucky if you get one side molded right, or one side painted and the other backside is not painted. You know what I'm saying? That like they've taken a lot of cutting of the corners when it comes to manufacturing a lot of things these days. And
Yeah,
that's
and
one reason why I really like our older toys from our generation because they did cut some corners, but not the corners that we're seeing these days.
no, no, they were just full of like parts and accessories and everything.
Yeah.
Sad to lose them, but I mean like we're just also not in the like toy Vana that we were in back in the 80s. So
Oh man, it was so good
yeah,
back then. I got two more things, but if you got anything, you got anything else?
I do too. I'll
Yeah.
take a spin here. This is one that I've been wanting to get for a long time and finally found it in a group for super cheap.
What you got? Oh, you have been looking for one of those.
I have, yeah. I mentioned before that I am like Flynnless, so he doesn't come with his disc or anything, but the piping, the paint is really really good on the figure. So
That is really good.
I
Yeah.
finally got to add one. I got so jealous
So you got a
of you
vintage
guys
one, and
having
now
them.
you got the retro carded one too.
I do. Yeah, yeah, and I had found Tron for I think actually you turned me on to that one at the Inland Northwest, told
Yeah,
me to come and buy that one. So uh,
you're welcome.
really excited. Not sticky or anything. He's a little bit his joints were a little bit loose, but he doesn't really look like he got played with all that much. So
Right on.
really happy to get like Flynn and his techno toga that he's wearing.
Techno Toga.
Yeah.
What's your other one?
Oh man. I've been waiting a really long time for this, and I covered this in the plastic bits I sent over that'll get posted at
Oh,
some point. But so freaking happy to get the Tunshi
oh,
Studios Terry Bogard. This is a 6-inch scale figure,
is he
and
jointed?
oh, all over
Yeah.
all over the place. So this is fabric. His
Mm-hmm.
jeans are
That's what I
fabric.
thought.
His buckles fabric. I mean, I don't know if you can see them, but can you see the little buttons on the
Yeah,
jacket? Dude, those are actual real microscopic buttons that are like glued onto this thing.
that's super
Um,
cool looking, man.
oh, he is. It's he's nice and stiff and posable. You're not afraid that this thing is going to come apart like the D Arts Terry Bogard that's 5-inch
Mm-hmm.
one. Now I still do love my Storm Terry that's a 7-inch scale,
Mm-hmm.
but this guy is just perfect to sit back there with my Street Fighter figures from Jada. I mean, he just fits right in, and he came with like this bevy of effects and accessories, like several different faces. They were so thoughtful. I don't know if this comes through, but can you see that you can see his abs through the white shirt?
I cannot see it. No.
Okay, well, it's not coming through very good. I might have a picture of this on the Facebook group, but this they made the fabric thin enough to where it actually shows the musculature of the figure
I
that's underneath there. They've got all the stitching on the pockets and everything,
was
just
gonna
like
say that stuff looks really like minute.
yeah, his Chuck Taylors, except for the star, and the laces are painted up. So I mean, this is a like a hyper premium figure.
That's freaking cool.
I'm really sad that I have not gotten a Terry Bogard that's ever been released in America ever. There's never been a figure.
Yeah.
There almost was, but it got canceled before his wave came. Now, there is some hope that Jada, because they can get into the Street Fighter universe,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they do a Street Fighter 6 Terry Bogard or a Capcom versus SNK Terry Bogard. I think they'd be able to, which I would buy that too. But I mean, this is like the third ever actual action figure scale Terry Bogard that's ever been made. And we're talking about a series of games from like 1992.
Right.
You've got a couple of original animated videos that are super terrific and a great movie that's like staple, mid to late 90s anime.
Hmm.
A character who's appeared in hundreds of video games and he gets three effing figures in 35, 40 years.
Yeah, but that one is a king figure. I mean, that's like top of the line.
It's great. I for better pics, you'd want to look on the Facebook thing, but I mean, he is a terrific figure. I like that he's not like super insanely ripped like in some of the games. He's a little bit more lean like the anime.
Right.
Uh, so that one, I pre-ordered that in June of last year.
Oh, and guess who just showed up?
Yeah. Yep. So yeah,
Shipping
just
woes. Shipping woes.
really excited to have it, and maybe we got a plastic bits coming down the pipe that goes into the absolute lack of Terry figures here pretty soon. So what do you got? You got one or two more to
I got
finish
two
up
more.
with?
So two more little figures. So one of them, I'm trying to round out my 94 Joes, right? So I got Lifeline with all of his accessories.
Yeah, and somehow they make him look like a piece of candy.
Yeah, a literal candy striper, right?
I suppose so, right? Yeah, yeah.
But one of them I'm really happy to have gotten was the Filmation Zorro.
Yes. Oh, dude, you got the cape with him too.
Well,
Yeah.
I made the cape. I looked at
Oh,
online, I looked at all the different pictures, and I was like, okay, I think I can kind of recreate that until I can find one. And so I looked at all the pictures, like he has the weird round, like it doesn't go all the way up to his neck. It goes down just
yeah.
below the things, so it can hang off of his shoulders,
Dude, you
just
did a
right.
great job. Only people like us would do this.
I know. I'm like, well, I got him. I'm like, he doesn't look like Zorro without the cape, right?
Yeah.
And so he didn't come with a sword, but I did have an extra. How much time I got? I did have an extra Mutt Williams sword from.
Oh,
So when you kind
yeah,
of see
even
that.
better, dude. That's great. I thought you were gonna put one of those cocktail swords in his
Oh,
hands.
I have one, and we tried that. It doesn't work.
Oh,
But
good God.
but I mean, for what it is, I mean, I want to paint the underside of the cape red because it's red in the toy. But I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah, does he come with a holster or a
He
sheath?
does. He does. In fact, this sword is the right size and right that it goes right into his holster.
Oh my, dude, that is too cool for school. I love that. I love those Gabriel figures, the Lone Ranger and Zorro. And then you
Yeah.
had like some actual other like historical figures that were part of the Lone Ranger series.
I had Tonto at one time and his horse. But lost through a series of misadventures, I think. But yeah, I love these. I love these ones. These are great.
Yeah, yep. I don't have that one. If I ever saw it out there for a good price, I'd definitely get it. I've got the Lone Ranger and Tonto. Um, so if I ever come across a Zorro, I'll definitely get one of them. I'm
Yeah,
super glad that you
I
got
couldn't
one.
leave him where I found him, not for the price that they were asking him for. So
Plus, I love the cape that you made from them. That looks
I
great.
think it looks good. I'm pretty proud of myself. All right, so I think that rounds us out for the show. Thank you for hanging out with us while we show off some of our neat stuff. If you like what you saw, please give us a like and a subscribe, comment on it. If you didn't like what you saw, give us a like or a subscribe and complain about it. We might interact with you.
Yeah, at the low cost of a subscription, you can talk all the crap you want.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, come join us in our next segment for the toy mill, and we will see you all in the toy aisle.